at least wave so people know where you are, and stay out of that ant bed, Tim. I am honored that we have here Mayor Cole Stanley, Councilman Don Tips, did he make it? Councilman Tom Sherland, Councilman Les Simpson, thank you Les, and our newly elected Councilman Tim Reed. The work was done during Josh Kraft's term of office, and he is out of town today and could not be here, but we do honor his service to the city. So let's give a big hand to our city council. We also have Dean Frigo, who is chairman of the Center City Tax Increment Reinvestment Zone. Say that real fast. We usually call it the Tiers, but the board members of the Tiers are Dr. Doug Woodburn, Amy Rainey, Dr. Gary Jennings, Tom Warren II, Potter County Commissioners John Coffey, I know I saw John here, where's John? Hi John. And H.R. Kelly, also a Potter County Commissioner, Kimberly Warminski, and Steve Trafton. So give a hand to the Center City Tiers. This whole project would not be possible without all the help from the city of Amarillo. And I want to thank City Manager Grayson Path, Deputy City Manager Andrew Freeman, Planning Director Emily Kohler, Senior Planner Drew Brassfield, and the city engineering staff. I started this project when Kyle Snyderjohn was city engineer, and I said, well, I have the original blueprints, and Kyle said, no you don't, and I said, yeah I do. We believe in saving history at Center City. So he was quite surprised when I rolled out the original blueprints. I also want to thank Kristen, Director of Office Engagement and Innovation, and Dave Henry. Where's Dave? There's Dave. Thank you, Dave, for helping me with this. Our Center City Board of Directors was all behind this project, and I want to also wave at Jeanette McKibben, who is our event coordinator, and help pull all of this together. So let's give everybody a big hand. So I want to tell you the history of the Gateway Arches. They began with an idea in the year 2000. The Center City Board had been around for 4 years. They started in 1996. They had been around for 4 years when they got the idea to have welcome arches to welcome people to Center City. And it was a major milestone for Center City because literally it put Center City on the map. The architect who won the design contest is here with us tonight. I'm going to introduce him in a minute, but the elements really spoke to Amarillo. In the middle of those wire cages, you'll see massive cowbells, and that's part of our agriculture history. What we did add this time is the yellow ribbons to really emphasize Amarillo as the yellow city. The Center City volunteers raised the money for the first ones, and we have one of the original donors here tonight. We want to shout out to Richard Ware and his brother Bill, and they donated 2 of the arches. XL Energy donated 1, and I couldn't find in the records who donated the 4th one, but that's how it all got started. And talking to Richard, he's a banker, he told me the restoration cost a little more than the originals. But the 4 arches were installed on the highways entering Center City from the south, and eventually the strong panhandle winds forced the removal of the hanging metal banners that were originally part of the design. They just couldn't stand up to our winds. But today, almost 25 years later, the arches have a modern facelift thanks to the Center City Tax Increment Reinvestment Fund, and also the amazing work of Skywright Sign Company. We have several representatives of Skywright here tonight, especially Chan Davison's not here, but we also have from Center City, we have Kelly and, thank you, Kelly and Jody Teal. Let's give them a big hand. Chan and his family restored the Marathon building, one of the first buildings restored in our historic downtown, and they deserve a lot of credit for being longtime Center City partners. So we are grateful to the City of Amarillo, Skyrite, Center City Tax Reinvestment Zone to make these gateway arches once again a symbol of our city. And after the first article came out that they were being taken down and refurbished, I got a call from Glenn Oldham. He's the man who had the winning design for these wonderful arches. And he is with us tonight. And I'm going to ask Glenn Oldham to come up front and tell us a little bit about his design.
Get out the sun here.
Yeah.
Anybody hear me? Everybody hear me. Good. I was born in Amarillo, and it's a big accident that we ended up back here. My dad was a Marine. We moved coast to coast, and fate brought us back to Amarillo. Destiny took me to McLean, where I met my future wife, and we've been knowing each other since 6th grade. We high school sweethearts, and got married soon after. We've been married for 47 years now. So I designed that gateways in the early 90s at the contest, and it took 6 years to get them built. So it was a real honor and a thrill to me to see them get built and maintain them as good as they have been. And then when I heard that Chan was going to help restore them, I knew that they were in good hands because Chan was my favorite client when I worked here in Amarillo. We did the Marathon building together and many other jobs. I wanted to remember a few people that was responsible for helping build the gateways in 2000. When I first moved here, my first job after college, I worked right there at Wilson and Dosch Architects. That was my first job. And one of the jobs we did was the Grand Plaza at Civic Center. And that's where I got to meet a little stonemason. He sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. His arms are about this big around. He was an Austrian refugee, and he came to America, moved to Lubbock, and met and married Buddy Holly's sister. So you can't make this stuff up. I've done lots of projects in Amarillo that I'm proud of. Park Central was one of ours. Craig Methodist Memorial, a lot of work out of Baptist St. Anthony's. So when the contest came out and I won the design, one of the second runner-ups was a former boss of mine, so that was kind of an extra little bit. But the city was very responsible. John Ward was the city manager then. Kel Seliger was the mayor. If you remember Kel, he went on to big things in Austin. The first director, Julie John Cox, has moved to Abilene. If you haven't been to Abilene lately, you need to go. She's doing big things down there. Penelope Davies was on board when we actually built the gateways. She's head of the math department at Amarillo College now. The contractors were Page and Associates, Stan Cotgrave and Philip Waddell. I think they're both retired. And anyways, I would like to, one person I'd really like to mention, Ray Daniels was a structural engineer. He was our structural engineer at HD&D Design, where I was the architect. And I went with the design to him, and he said, you know, Glenn, it'd be a lot easier if those arches met in the middle. It wouldn't take near as big anchor bolts. And I said, well, Ray, there's a reason for that. I want them to kind of symbolize like open arms, like, you know, people reaching out to hug the drivers coming into town. And he just kind of raised an eyebrow and gave me a stink eye, but he went on and did it anyway. He did all the calculations in pencil on a piece of paper for that, so that's pretty old school stuff. I did draw the gateways in CAD. It's probably a real dinosaur version of AutoCAD 2.0 or something. And I actually, looking down the road, added a second set of dimensions in metric, so we can see 30 years later, we're still not using metrics, but anyways. You found a set of plans?
I did, and I wanted to present them to you.
Oh, wow. I lost mine years ago.
They're a little worse for wear, but they're pretty amazing.
Yeah. I haven't seen those in years. That's a cool. Thank you.
Yes, I told you I'd find some.
I think it might be one of the first jobs I signed with a stamp. So
I love that.
It's a big deal for a young architect.
It's a big deal.
So I'd like to conclude by thanking most of all my wife. She is my best partner, my best friend, and an excellent craftsman as well. She painted the front doors of the Goodnight House. You make it over there and take a look at that. She did a good job. I brought a little something too. This was a concept sketch that I did of the gateway. I was sitting on an airplane in Baltimore in 1994 and doodling. I was trying to work out some details of the wind chimes, and the only piece of paper I had was the air sickness bag in the front seat. So I made a copy of it, and I want to give this to Beth.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what a great tray. And I want to give those to you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Thank you. So now you know the rest of the story. Thank you, Glenn. That's wonderful. Now today, lost my place here. So what I would like to do now is to recognize Cody Cagle, director of Skywrite Sign Company, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the arches and the job.
Forgive me, I gotta write this stuff down. I'm a sign man. I don't give a lot of speeches. So as Beth mentioned, my name's Cody Cagle, Director of Operations for Skywrite Sign. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out and celebrating with us this afternoon, this evening. And I would just like to begin by recognizing what a true honor it has been for us at Skywrite to be a part of the restoration of the Gateway Arches. These arches aren't just structures that span the highway, but they're symbolic markers of our city's pride, our city's history and identity. For many, they're the first sign that you're home. For us at Skywrite, restoring them was more than just a job. It was an honor, it was a responsibility, and we took it to heart. Everyone at Skywrite would like to express our deep gratitude to the Center City and the City of Amarillo for entrusting us with such an important project. Our partnership with the Center City has always meant a great deal to us. Beyond the arches, our partnership has also allowed us to contribute so many other meaningful efforts. The downtown banners that we do with Jeanette, honoring all of our high school graduates that are all adorning our light poles downtown, to many other great lighting and sign upgrades that Beth provides to us and provides grants for our local business owners. These type of projects remind us that community is at the core of everything that we do. Thank you, Center City, for a truly valued partnership. I'd like to also give a very special thank you to Beth.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Everybody give it up for Beth. Beth's leadership and passion for this city continues to inspire everyone involved in making downtown Amarillo better every day.
Oh, thank you.
Beth, the work that you've led and accomplished over the years, from beautifying our city with these wonderful murals, preserving the historic buildings and homes downtown, to all the festivals, festivities, the celebration, the hoodoo. Let's not forget the electric light parade.
Right.
All of these have helped transform downtown into a place that we're all proud of. The work you do is not just about restoring old landmarks, but it's about breathing new life into our city and our community. So thank you, Beth. I also wanted to take a minute to thank our recently re-elected Mayor Cole Stanley. I want to thank the mayor for his contributions to our great community. Mayor Stanley, your continued leadership and commitment to Amarillo's growth and revitalization are deeply appreciated. Your vision of our city and your support for projects like this one make a lasting impact to this great community. And we are proud to work alongside a mayor who believes in building up Amarillo, not just the infrastructure, but in spirit. So thank you. I want to take a minute to recognize my team at Skywrite Sign Company and Matt and Lisa's team with Powder Max. Their craftsmanship, their dedication, the pride in the work that they do, it's all unmatched. From design, fabrication, application, installation, they approach this project with skill, heart, and a deep understanding of what these arches mean to Amarillo. I'm incredibly proud of the work that y'all do and the example that you've set. So I just want to thank you so much. Today, as we look at the arches freshly restored, I hope we all see more than steel, powder coating, and beautifully bright LED lighting. I hope we see collaboration. I hope we see community pride. And I hope we see a commitment to honoring where we've come from, all while continually investing in where we're going. So thank you again for allowing us at Skywrite to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. We're so very proud to serve Amarillo, and we look forward to many more projects that lift our city even higher. These projects remind us that community isn't just a place, it's the people, it's pride, it's the little things that make our city home. So when we light up the arches, we're not just flipping a switch, but we're reminding people that Amarillo is something special, and the people in Amarillo are extremely proud to be here. So thank you again, Center City, Beth, Mayor Stanley, City of Amarillo. Skywrite is definitely proud to call Amarillo home, and we were honored to help y'all make this shine.
It was great.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. See, and he said he didn't make speeches. He did fine. He did fine. So next, where did Dean Frigo go? I saw him and Dana Lee. Oh, Dean, come on up.
Hi, Beth.
You're next.
Hi, I'm Dean Frigo. I'm chair of the Center City Tiers number 1. The Tiers was started in 2006 and by Potter County, the City of Amarillo, Amarillo College, all agreed to give up the income from the increase in the property values of the downtown area and reinvest those monies in the tiers. And this is an example of one of those projects we did. In 2006, when we started, we had $139.5 million in property value in the downtown area. And today, let me pull it out, we are at $316 million. It more than doubled. In fact, it went up by $9.8 million a year. That's especially significant because the 20 years before 2006, it was flat as a board. It didn't go up at all. But they created the tiers. The taxing entities agreed to put the increase in tax revenues into the project, and we have projects like this today. The 4 goals of the tiers is to add hotel development, which I think you've seen. We want more urban residential units here in the tiers. We want retail and office space and family venues. That's our 4 goals, and I think we got extended. What year is it?
Oh, we got extended, I think, 10 years.
Yeah, we got a 10-year extension. So originally it was, what, 25 years, and now we're going to go out to 35 years. But it's really the commitment of the taxing entities that made this possible. They all appoint board members, and it's a great board, and I'm proud to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you for your leadership.
Oh, thank you. Beth is the glue of Center City.
But thank you.
Thank you.
I always tell people that it's not my money, but every neighborhood needs a champion. And I think we're seeing that now in the Barrio, in the Heights, in the tiers number 2, and that we call the Eastgate tiers. And I think we're just seeing that throughout our city, and it makes me really proud of how far we've come downtown. You know, I tell the story a lot. When I first started working downtown, there were enough restaurants to fill the back of a business card if I'd had a job important enough to have a business card. And now we have 30. And I also want a big shout out. You know, Center City, we want a place where people live, work, play, learn, and worship. And you can be very proud of our downtown churches. First Baptist, First Presbyterian, Polk Street Methodist, Central Church of Christ, all continue to make deeper roots in our downtown area. And they have some of the prettiest buildings. And I've said before, I'm glad people had the fear of God so nobody tore down my pretty churches. So now for the moment you've all been waiting for, our Mayor Cole Stanley. We actually have a few remarks for you to give, whatever you want, and then we have the switch. Feel the power.
Don't go anywhere, Beth.
Okay.
So what y'all don't know is Beth told me that she felt like it would be dark enough around 8:40.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I think more like 9:15, 9:20.
Yeah, it's kind of
So it's about 8:30. I'm prepared to speak for about 45 minutes or so. If you guys would just shift your body weight left to right. Don't sit down, lay down. There's an ant bed.
There's more water and popcorn.
I would like to say that was by far, hands down, the best speech that I've ever heard a sign guy give. Cody took every line that I was thinking up over here, so I think you've got my notes. But, you know, a couple things that I would like to say in all seriousness. I am so blessed and fortunate to get to live in a community amongst people where hospitality is a value. This lady, I call her the ambassador of Amarillo. And I give her a side hug all the time, and I say, hey, Miss Ambassador. She truly is an ambassador for our city. She always is shaking hands, making sure people feel welcome. This is not a small thing, but it is one of the smaller things that we have to accomplish in restoration of what is just a sign if you look at it like that. What it represents, though, is the fact that you live in a community that takes care of the little things, knowing that when we take care of the small things, it prioritizes the larger. And that when we show value, we show respect in the way of hospitality, it pulls us back to those old cowboy roots. You know, when I take time to stop what I'm doing, maybe running into that tootin' totem, and I hold the door and wait for that lady or that man to walk through, what I'm saying is you matter more than I do. And you're worth my time. And that is hospitality. You know, when you sit down in a restaurant or when you stay at one of Deepak's hotels, you know that you are in the presence of people that want you there and you feel welcome. And so I think it's cool that we get to throw the switch, even though it looks like maybe something that's connected to the electric chair.
It's original to the Paramount sign in 2005. We are thrifty at Center City. We save everything.
I love it. And so I think that it's an honor to just get to be here, say a few remarks, but it's not about the remarks. It's truly about the spirit that we have here in the Panhandle. and in Amarillo, and the fact that we value each other, and that we're going to do more than just turn on the sign. But I feel like, as hungry as I am and as tired as y'all are standing around, it might be dark enough. Do you think those lights will show up?
I think they will.
Okay. Now, we didn't rehearse this, so Beth, you're going to come around
Now, does
here.
everybody have a glow stick? Everybody have a glow stick? We may need some more glow sticks down here.
Where do you want this, Beth?
Where people can see it.
Where people can see it?
Yeah.
Can we do it like
You
this?
sure can.
Or can you tell that it's not connected?
Well, it is connected. It's an early form of
there we go.
Wi-Fi.
All right. This is
A
wireless.
very early
technology.
form of Wi-Fi.
The power is through the ether. Beth, would you do the honors with me? Do you guys mind
There's a
counting
big
down?
countdown. I need a countdown here.
Let's go. Let's just do 3, 2, 1. Are y'all ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
There they went. Yeah.
You got
See 'em. Yeah.
Those are going to look so good in about 30 minutes. I promise. Miss Beth, great job. Thank you for all you do. Thank you to Center City.
Thank
you to
you.
Skyride.
Thank
Cody,
you,
we appreciate
Skyride.
your words.
Jody,
thank you,
thank
Mr.
you.
Ware, for always being somebody to support your community. Thank you to everybody who came out here and took a few minutes to celebrate the small victories. We need to celebrate things like this because they matter. Appreciate you guys.
We do, and we just want to thank everyone for coming out. I get excited. If you know me, you know I get excited about things, and I didn't want to just have the arches up here and not have a celebration. So thanks to everybody who came out to support this. And when you drive under them, I want you to feel a sense of pride, not just in Center City, but as we make Center City everybody's neighborhood. Thanks again.
So, if y'all don't mind, the cameras will turn. Antonio Charles has written a song,
Oh.
and he's gonna. No, I'm kidding. He might sing the Arches of Amarillo.
Mayor?
Yes.
Back here,
Could you
real quick.
My photographer.
right here? Where do you want us? Because that'll
Oh,
stick
perfect.
right in there
Right
better.
in there.
Okay.
Couple more. One more. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank y'all.